will be okay, hopefully. Because it was streaming pretty well for the couple minutes. So, yeah. Hello, YouTube. You are back to working. For some reason, you cut out. We just finished our districting here, and great thing that I waited right here. We forgot to give water under the road lines, so we can definitely do that really quickly. It seems that we're doing every other road, which makes sense. That helps save us money. So that will hopefully fix that issue. Then we still have this big rate of abandonment and not enough customers up here, even though we don't have any need for our more housing. So that to me suggests that they're not being able to be like visited enough. We're still having a bunch of traffic in this kind of area. Specifically, the bridge seems to have a lot of traffic, even though it's 2 lanes. And how far does the traffic go back? It goes back a decent amount. So I think that we do definitely need to expand to get to another way to enter the regular city. So my brain is telling me. So my question is, why didn't I expand this? I don't know. It's just kind of left up and empty. Of course it is. I'm very good. So maybe we go ahead and expand this area. I would like to put a park there, but I didn't save anything notes for myself for this area, doesn't seem like. Maybe it's possibly because of the terrain being difficult. I mean, it doesn't look that different than the terrain we've been working on. It's just we do have a nice kind of like hill up in this area. So I'm thinking that we go like a few neighborhoods over. Like possibly here-ish. And we go ahead and connect to our industry. It might also be helpful to go like here and have a connection in that aspect of connecting between this road and there, so we have like 2, but having this, I don't know, because I do want this to kind of be like a main feature, but I also think that it's not working well enough. So maybe we just focus on expanding this road. So I think my first decision is I want to keep it fully straight in this area. So now it's fully straight. And then we can do the curve in there. So let's save, because I accidentally pulled that menu up. That works. We can absolutely save. And then I think that will possibly help with our indigestion, with our congestion of our traffic. I am already knowing that that's going to be helpful, going to upgrade the road. So it is a 4-lane road, I believe. 2-lane road with wide sidewalks. I would like a 4-lane road, please. Where are my 4-lane roads? Is it a medium? It might be considered a medium road. Yeah. There's a 4-lane road, is already this type. So let's go ahead and upgrade that here. And I think that will hopefully help down on some of the congestion. Because let's look more at our traffic flows. Yeah, we have very much red in here. So being able to fix that out would probably be very helpful. So maybe, honestly, that brings me to maybe we should even have like another bridge in this area, even more to help. So the road that we would in theory have would be here. So we can get that down. So that means about the middle one would be this road that we can go ahead and connect to there and see if any of these cars can turn in there. Might be helpful. But it is flooding. So let's see if we can upgrade it and if that helps. It says the space is already... Okay. So it appears that we might need to bulldoze this and then work from there. So we can go ahead, build the road out to like, let's say, let me look at it from this view. Where are you built out to? To there, and then go up one to avoid flooding, and then go down. But we do have the space already occupied by this, so we can just go ahead and undistrict that if necessary, and then bulldoze. Just that means we can put in the functional road. But now we're having to slope to sweep. Okay, so that means let's try from a different perspective, I guess. And go up a little bit, like the tiniest amount, and then go down. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Let's try it from this perspective. Maybe we build the bridge from the other side and see if that does anything to help. Yeah, if we do it like that, then it actually works. So that is good. So that means hopefully that will decrease some of our reliance on this main road. And we might actually want to do that for the continuing amount over this river. I think that would probably be very helpful for our congestion here, since I think the reason of not enough customers is just they're struggling to get through on the bridge. We could, and even if we create a bus, because the bridge is so backed up, they just can't even get to here anyways. So I'm going to then, in theory, it still says we have bad garbage. Garbage is piled up, which is frustrating. Let's check out our garbage. It's only a few buildings. This is already emptied, so let's go ahead and bulldoze it and go get our incinerators. And I'm gonna put, and we don't have enough money. We've spent all our money, so we can't get any more incinerators. So we just need to let time pass, and we do actually need more residential. Okay. So ideally for the residential, I would like to keep going out in this manner. You know, so that means we can actually so we can make sure we have services for everyone. And I want to do the high rise because I think that will give us the high. It's not high rise. I believe it's high decency is the correct terminology. I think that will help the most. And we should just go probably as far out as we possibly can, because I think that will just be very beneficial. And we do need to make sure that we get them water, because if we don't, that would be very bad. And we need to connect it to something, so we can do that as a connection. So maybe we get... I'm trying to figure out how I would like to do this to make it the most efficient way. Because having the roads all done is very helpful. But we also don't want to blow through our entire budget. Like I just did by placing down that road. But it's also very helpful to do that. So we can just, like, deal with this. I'm going to let that continue. Let's finish with the water pipes. We can district there at the very least, which is good, and we can fit in this districting. So that's important. And then we can build our roads across also, which is going to be very helpful. As we are recuperating that money, this shouldn't be too big of an expense, and it is going to be helpful so we can district more while we still work on getting the pipes down. So, yeah. I know we do need to get the pipes down in this area, but I am going to try to preference extending it. Because I'm thinking we can do a little bit at a time, and that might work. Just doing a little bit of it at a time. And then we actually have the cost to be able to connect it. So we can do that. And then we can delete this connection here and just have it be straight, which is going to be very good. I'm going to leave this a little cornered off. So that means we can still go ahead and figure out how to expand our industrial. But it does look industrial is becoming an ever-expanding need. So maybe we should work on that. The bridge here looks much better now that we have these three. But this road still looks a little bit congested. Trying to get to one of the three bridges, it looks like. And that turn does not look very nice. It is stoplights rather than stop signs. But I don't know. I don't exactly know what we should do. It's like, it can cause congestion if they're too close to each other. I'm aware. I see that happening. So, we need more industrial. And we have this rail line. So I would like to possibly look and see that, and if we've unlocked it. So we have unlocked the train station and the cargo terminal. But we just can't afford it right now. Okay. Because my idea is, I know we have another piece of land we can unlock. So I'm thinking we can unlock this piece of land. We don't have the money to purchase it. Okay. I'm thinking once we have the money, purchase this piece of land. And then go back in and expand our industry this way. So we have our industry starts technically here, but I think I would like to, our tiles, I believe, are 400. I want to have it start about there. I think that would be great. Then we have our then we have our coal power plants, which are working well. I'm gonna expand out another 400 in cost. That's not straight, baby. That's not straight. I mean, neither am I, but I'm very much into, I guess, the geography working. It's very important to me. And I think having that would be helpful, along with switching up to have another one-way road. Probably just the cheapest that can have a little bit of a curve, ideally. It seems like maybe the best option to have that kind of curve that I'm aiming for is just doing it a little bit like that. I think that might be helpful, and just have a one-way road. So that means we can continue to go into this area of our city. And I see this mountain, and it looks like it has natural resources. It seems to have ore. Is this ore? Or is it just nothing? I don't know if it's ore or if it's nothing. It's not very clear to me, because this looks like behind it is ore. Looks like the area we can access is nothing. Okay. Gotcha. So let's get some pipes laid down. And we know, so we have our advanced wind turbines to help with our industry down here, along with one there, and just a regular wind turbine. So how is our energy doing? Because we have the opportunity. It looks like we could definitely expand it a little bit. And we do kind of have the opportunity to do that now. So I'm thinking we move our coal plant, once we have enough money, of course. We reallocate it so we can use these roads, which is important. And we don't want it to be a one-way. We need it to be a two-way. Because I just think that that will be helpful for our continuing expansion. And I'm thinking the way I might want to do the power blocks is just continue it this way, rather than having them be centralized, because I feel like expanding them out, excuse me, sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. Expanding them out might just be the best use of our money. You know, the other thing that I feel is that this mountain is really cool. It's very sharp in our terrain, so I'm not exactly sure what we should do with it. I'm thinking I'm gonna go here and it doesn't, I'm not exactly sure how to continue that road section because it would be very nice to continue it, but I'm not sure if I can. I feel like the guaranteed place that I can get is probably about here. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay down my roads and do my pipes and then district, because I'm remembering that our water is very important. I mean, the ideal, I think, would probably, so the thing to remember is that we have our power plants that we're trying to keep out here. So I'm thinking we can do like a split like this. We could technically get even closer if we wanted to. And to have our power plants still in. Then I know it affects the mountain, but being able to have that road would also be very helpful, just because that finishes up our grid with the water. Which means we can also go ahead and expand that out. And so we can also get districting. Holly Square is currently farm, and Caesar Square is currently that. Let's check more of our natural resources, because it would make sense to expand Holly Square up and use all of this natural land. In my head, I think that would be nice, because we like get our money's worth out of our land, just the places where it's like strong enough. That's a damn big district. Okay. Then we also gonna have our coal plants right in the middle of that, which I don't love. So I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that. I think we need our coal plants somewhere. Let's check. Have we unlocked? We've unlocked hydro. We still haven't unlocked our solar power plant because we need a higher population. Because I feel like if we get the solar power plant in there, that might be pretty good for us. So let's unlock our time. Unlock our time. Oh, good. I'm so good at the English language. Go all the way down to where we want our roads to go, and then hopefully go ahead and continue our districting. It doesn't seem like our sections are as long as I was thinking they were, but I think that's okay. Because I can always adjust back. I'm not drawing straight lines, am I? I'm just not. I'm not good at the straight lines. This I can tell is not a straight line. I would love to be able to draw It says it's 90. I guess according to them, these are straight lines. I guess it's just the terrain curving that makes it look like it isn't a straight line, because it's always based on like our perception of things in reality. So let's get some more pipes in. That's very important. And then our need for residential is going up severely. So we should also take care of that, because it will get to a really bad point if we don't. I apparently didn't district this properly. So let's see if we can get some people, not industry. Let's get some people in there. That seems like it would be helpful. And then I'm gonna I would like to pause time so we actually have some time to build things out. But then also, I know that as much as I would love to build things out, the priority is just getting it in. Right? And let's start by laying the pipe, because that's the most important thing, really. Because if we don't have water, then no one can move in. So let's start by prioritizing that. Of course, up here, it won't tell me the angle, which is infuriating. Can I get a road guide? Can I get a guideline for down there, please? We'll see. Maybe I believe I'm not smart enough to be able to follow the road out, so I just need to expand the road more. Because I'm not the smartest. So let's see. Oh, I did it about right, actually. I think I might have just been a little short. Possibly. Let's see. Now we don't have the money because I built the road. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's get that money real fast. Please. And then going back in here, we can bulldoze this line and just make it perfectly straight, which I would love. So now we have this area ready to be district, which will be all good. And we can just continue with our roads and districting as we may. And again, I forgot to put a road in the middle here. I think those, as much as like a condensed block looks really cool, I like being able to make sure that we can like get through the neighborhoods, because if not, that's pretty detrimental to our ability to grow as a city. We do need to make sure that we can get around. We already have the problems of congestion up in our like main district, our main street, that we seemingly fixed a little bit, which makes me happy. All right, we're slowing down somewhat the game, so let's definitely save it. It looks like YouTube is working fully again, which is exciting. Yay. I'm the one watcher on Twitch. Yes, we can overwrite the save. Sorry, I'm apparently not paying attention. Um, but it's okay. So, let's get this road down. And then we need to get the center road to run in between. And then we'll be all done. Not all done with this build out, but we can go ahead and do that and work on continuing our districting. So it looks like we are pretty good with our residential. We do need more commercial because I am kind of forgetting to put that in. I was thinking of possibly, let me check our districting again. It would be kind of nice to possibly put some like commercial in there, along with possibly like in here, but I believe I'm saving that for something, knowing myself, considering we have the fire station. Makes me curious of where the police station is. I would, like, knowing myself, probably want to put the police station next to it. So, I see congestion on this road. Yes. So one difficulty is to get to this, they have to go through this, like, bigger process. So what if we do, like this kind of road and try to connect? We can't because it's too short in it's too steep. Okay. Okay. I love how the cars always go through this, even though they could use this one, and it seems like it'd be much easier. You think that would is what would make sense, but no. Okay, all of our needs for the city are good right now, actually. Other than not enough workers, which is that again possible due to our transportation? This is actually built out and working for once. This is continuing to struggle, but it looks good, so I'm ignoring it. Because my priority is aesthetics. Thank you for asking. And that here is also working pretty well. So, then my thing is, do we have buses? Like, we don't have buses whatsoever. Okay. So that may also help take the cars off the roads if we can get up to affording that. I would like to be in here. And it's also important to build up this road. I just want it to be a regular dirt road, please. And then we can upgrade those roads as we have more money. It also just kind of helps me out for planning purposes to see what we can do. Yeah, because we're getting this thing of not enough workers. Because we need more these are uneducated jobs. So, I don't know. My thing is if we can get the bus. I'm thinking if we can get the bus depot in, that could be really helpful. So do we need one? I don't know if that's a bus lines. I just number of buses. I'm thinking we can get the bus out. The metro we should also probably do. Train is for over there. So we have some options of what to get out. We have cable cars apparently. But I think the bus is going to be our priority. So I'm going to put 2 bus depots in different parts of the city because I think having one here is helpful, but I also think having one on the other side of the city would be very beneficial. And I think that is probably going to be a good use of our money. But we still need to get up those $30, those $300. I'm just not good with numbers. So I would like to be able to care for our citizens more. And actually, I want to look. Our population is steadily rising, but not necessarily at the amount that we would like. So again, we're still having that not enough workers problem, even though our population is good. It's just not enough transport, it seems like. Which is why we have to invest in public transportation. Let's do, come on. We just gotta get a little bit more, and then we will be all good. So, with that in, let's now slow down time and let's get in some bus lines. So, first bus line that would be cool is probably back here. Another stop down there. And, excuse me, I would like to take it around to a little bit into our industrial district. Possibly to there. And go up here and close the line. Excuse me. Then I don't want any bus lines on this main road because that just seems like it might be too difficult, but we can put it on the back of the road. I think that could work. And it wants to do, ideally I put it there because I would like to go, okay. What if I cancel that bus stop? Can I delete a bus stop? It does not appear that I can delete that bus stop. But if I go to lines overview, can I just delete that line and that works? Perfect. So maybe we should get these lines in and then we can work on turning back on the time. So I'm thinking we should definitely do a bus line of, I'm thinking like, I want to take it from here and like go through and take it over the road. So that means it's like built out. Then maybe we go this way some too. Of putting it like that. Put it like that. And we go down this road again. Put a bus stop in. Put another one in there. And then go back to the top there. So it works all nicely. And maybe we put that there. And then we can connect and do whatever the hell that is. And see if that helps out some with the not enough workers. Though we are getting more requests for more places. Apparently we didn't district this properly, but also it's not growing, which is concerning to me. We can also go ahead and with the low density residential, we can kick out some, but not all, and put in more high density. I think that might be helpful because we desperately do need more. And somehow this got district wrong too. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. But we can hopefully do that and see if that helps. If I zoom out, we have a giant def signal, which isn't reassuring. So let's go over here. A dead person is waiting for transport. Okay. So that's the thing with our deaf care. It's very much up here in Crescent District with the cemetery. So I would love to get some down here. So what is... We fortunately can't afford our cemetery. So I'm thinking... It says that we specifically need it kind of in this area. So I'm thinking we can absolutely... Where do I want to put it exactly? Because that's the thing. I want it to be in the best area possible. I'm thinking possibly in between our okay, that seems to hopefully fix it, because it will be operating normally. And it is close enough to that one dead person waiting for transport that I can see. This, we're having issues of not enough electricity. So then it's connection of, it is connected, but it's just not getting enough. So how much do those coal power plants cost? It costs more money than we have. Advanced Wimbine also costs more money than we have right now. So that isn't the best. Let's think. Let's go ahead and prepare the advanced wind turbine for once we get enough money and be able to put it in to where we have our other turbines, just be able to produce more. And then maybe while we're still waiting for that, we hike up our electricity bill to fix that up so people don't leave. And then we'll create our get our production up enough. Hopefully. We could also try to go with the water turbine, but that's very confusing for me personally, because I am not the smartest. So we have enough money, so let's get a wind turbine in. The commercial can deal with it. We don't really care. We do need more commercial again, it looks like. Okay. So, and we are having a high rate amount of abandonment. So the thing is, commercial is being abandoned, but, and then we do have dead person waiting for transport up here. But no one lives up here, so it's not really worth putting a cemetery, one would think. I don't know. We still need more with our electricity. So I'm gonna put another wind turbine. And this should have water, but the water availability is low. So we need to increase the amount of water that we're getting. This is our pumping. So we can definitely get some more water pumping. Let's add 2 more and see how that helps it out. It says not operating. Bestie, why not? I turned down the volume. Okay, now they're operating normally. Okay, that works. So our water availability is way back up, which is great. Our roads are working fine, it looks like. We have a high amount of abandonment here, which is not great. It's because there's not enough workers. We were trying to deal with the bus lines, and then we got distracted. The thing is, we don't have a lot of money. And so that's my thing of like, I don't know how to take care of it necessarily. We could continue with our roads, which would be helpful. Putting down a 2-way medium road. Every, like, excuse me. Every couple blocks or so. Could be helpful. So making sure that's good. And then getting our regular dirt road and connecting it up. Which this is not going, that's not connecting easily, is it? So we can delete that and fix it up to be better. If we can find the regular 4-lane road. And just have more connections like that might be helpful to deal with the transportation issue. So again, another 3 blocks. Extend up. And then Oh, we have to get rid of those rocks. Those rocks are very pretty. Who knows? I'm okay with it if it means that we actually have, you know, enough places for roads. Can we, I'm gonna take these roads back to it. We could also like do this and make it a little bit longer if we'd like, which I wouldn't mind. And I think that might be helpful for our commercial, our industrial. Which brings me to we need more commercial. So I'm thinking, what if we go ahead and preface this like coming in with some commercial then, right? So let's go ahead, get these roads done. It's only that much, okay, way less than I was expecting. And get our general road premise, our like long roads in, so we don't accidentally need to delete anything in the long run. I would appreciate that. Let's have 90 so we can get some straight lines. And then we can go ahead and get the commercial in. We do probably need water. So I think if we extend like that, that should be pretty good for our water to start with, since we're just mainly building towards the top. And then that worries me about my electricity. So I'm thinking at this point, then maybe we try to save up to get another coal power plant. Or we could do oil. But coal is a little bit cheaper. And that is a main selling point for us, that we can afford something. Which would be very helpful, being able to afford it. So we can definitely just go ahead and work on putting that in once we have enough money. And I would like to possibly get a couple more in to really increase the electricity availability. So part of what I had to do to get these streams to work is I had to change my internet provider. And so having good connection is important. So I don't want to have bad electricity for anyone. Electricity and internet are different. They're similar enough to me, okay? They seem similar enough. And now we're at Big City. So we have crematorium and water treatment plants. So that's great. So we can reduce our pollution a little bit. And that got us a little kick up of money. So I'm going to make sure we got a power plant in. And then with our water treatment, I would like to bulldoze these just to start with and delete their little water pipes and go out and probably get these in. So honestly, it might just be I'm thinking maybe actually we should delete the ones down here and then go here and move this just to go ahead and reduce reduce our water a little bit. And then we can do another one there that has the water connection, and we'll still have this for the power. So let's see how that affects our sewage treatment. Okay, our sewage treatment, because I deleted those, went down a lot. So let's go ahead and get a third one in. We don't have enough money for a fourth one. How much did these cost? 15. Okay. And why? You are operating normally now. So with those 3 on, we still probably need another one. So we're going to save up those 1,500. Because that is going to help out extremely, because our sewage treatment is just a little bit too low for me. It's very important to have it higher. They're upset about deforestation. I mean, as we should be. So let's get our money up, and that will help even more with our, let's get this one online, please. Thank you. And our sewage treatment is working perfectly. Great. Love that. And everything is covered. We have garbage piled up, which makes me curious about, oh my god. We need to have this building emptied. So that means we can bulldoze it so we can get incinerators. We desperately need incinerators. We also need more commercial. So maybe we go ahead and expand our commercial to be this whole like front row of housing. And then in these empty blocks that I've left to try to put services, like this is a cemetery, so maybe not next to the cemetery. The high school is next to the cemetery. Okay, yep, great planning, Grace, great planning. I want to make sure we have the services like done though before I really put anything, but I think that we just need to break that precaution. I'm gonna put all commercial in here because I think that could be a good use of that block, along with maybe expanding out this way. And then we definitely need some commercial in like this area. So I'm thinking we can put these like small blocks in our areas where we want to have services, and we can always like change these later if necessary, but it will do at least something, and hopefully that will be helpful for now. And we can even expand our commercial here, because realistically, I would like a higher buffer. So that would probably be good for that, and getting our industrial taken care of. Let's go ahead and save again, because we've done a lot of hard work on this city. We are an hour into the stream, which is great. That's very exciting. So yeah. And we're just keeping going and building up our city. It would be really cool if there was like a panel of like what you really need to prioritize, We have that smell coming from next door thing again. Is that from up here? Because let's check. So our electricity is good. Our water is good. Our garbage has some areas that are not ideal, but it's only like 1 or 2 buildings. I believe we have the money to afford an incinerator. So maybe we are about to. So maybe having some more incinerators back here would be helpful. I think that could be a good use of our money to take care of that. And then our city is growing very well, which is great. See, I'm hoping that we can continue this. I'm thinking we're probably... So right now we've finished Big City. Now we're going to Grand City, Capital City, Colossal, the Metropolis, and Megapolis. So I'm hoping we can go up to all the way into Megapolis and complete that. So we are just a little bit away from Grand City now. So we might be able to actually get it done by episode 4, or part 4, as I'm calling these parts instead. Who knows? Let's continue to get up with our landfills. I think that would be very helpful, because if we have more incineration plants, then in theory we have more trucks going out. And we still see more. Taylor Price says, never thought garbage will pile up so much. So let's get some more, I guess. Or let's see if getting 2 helped at all. Not really. Because we just need more. Ugh. Is this empty yet? No, it's 8% full, because it could also go from that landfill. Maybe it's not like district well. Who knows? My thing is, like, why is almost every other house around them good with their garbage, but these houses are not? That's like my question. Okay, so now these houses are taken care of. That's great. So our education, I would greatly like to fix. So let's go back into our districts and get those up to date. Because I do like having a lot of districts. I think that's helpful. So I can already see that these can be divided into 4 blocks of 4. And that can be helpful for our districting. Which might be another point of maybe we try to make this row here into high residential again, high density residential, just a little bit to help with that need. And suddenly we need more and now we need more great. So Cooper Hills I'm gonna make bigger along with Beach Square to have more citizens. And then we can do these 4 rows. Strawberry Square just appears to be this, so Strawberry Square doesn't appear to have any services in it, which isn't good. I'm thinking maybe let's make this all Mulberry Heights. And Strawberry Square can just be houses, I guess. And now we can take to here and go up. So we have some 3 rows, which is also okay. So let's get elementary schools in every single one of these districts, ideally. And I would love to see districts instead. So I'm going to start by just, we don't have enough money. So with our elementary schools, maybe instead we move that one to be like a block down and like about there, and see if that helps more with our education, because we obviously need to get more in, because we could also spread them out more, but then I see like places there that are red, even though they're like that's an elementary school there and we have red there, which is confusing. Like, why? That doesn't exactly make sense to me. We have one high school, which is not good whatsoever, but we do need to get that money up. Let's make sure we put the high school somewhere different than the cemetery. So I'm thinking maybe we put the high school on like this row once we have enough money for it. But we'd have to delete some rows. So we can go ahead and I guess delete that. And we can put the school in once we have enough money, which is going to be 24. Okay, we're close to 24, but we definitely need to get more citizens in. Okay, so we need to figure out, we greatly need to figure out another housing area. So let's put that in. Then we need more housing. Okay, facilities full. That's not good. That's actually like really bad. So you're still not done being emptied out, but you're so damn close. Please empty out. And because it's full, it's affecting our garbage, I assume, which isn't great. We have not enough educated workers, which we're trying to work on. We were trying to work on that, but then we got distracted by a lot of issues. So we can definitely put some more housing in here. So let's create that and open that up as a good idea. And then about the middle, we can split these blocks. Or actually, that is not the middle. The middle is here. So we can split the blocks there to get it into the middle. And we can do some high density housing behind them to hopefully fix up those issues. And then we actually would need to work on pipes then, because I believe that we didn't go down, which is an issue. So at that point, we can work on getting our pipes to work fully, which will be very helpful in terms of our city functioning. So yeah. And then we also have this area here that is a part of a district that we can always go ahead and say put high density now, because that's technically part of a high density district. So that might be a good use of our changing up our districting there. So that will hopefully help with that. This is strawberry, so actually we shouldn't do any redistricting. I don't think, if I look at my districts here. Oh, technically this is part of Cooper Hills. Okay, so we can redistrict that. I think that will hopefully be helpful in terms of getting more population. And we do need that more educated workers, so hopefully once we get enough money. So we already placed one high school. So elementary is doing good enough. High school, we definitely need another one. So I'm thinking that down here, we can go ahead and bulldoze this and get another high school in once we have enough money, and hopefully that will take us up to past our eligibility. And hopefully it won't be too close to the cemetery this time. So that should greatly help with our high schooling. Then says industrial needs more, which we already have plans for that. And it looks like they do have enough workers, which is great. So we just have to expand our roads. Which works for me. I'm gonna take it down by 2 because that would just be extending into our mountain, and I do want to try to respect the topography if possible, even though it is definitely hard. And then we can build our sections out and be able to take care of that industrial need. And it looks like everything is going pretty well, actually, which is nice. So yeah, let's get these pipes in, which is very important. And then let's district some industrial. So apparently I don't know why we didn't district there, but I'm going to trust myself that it's for a reason. And go into this area, or in case, like, I was thinking possibly the bus depot, having 2 bus depots there, but I don't think that's a good use of our money, honestly. I just don't think that's a good use of our money. So I feel like it'd be better to have it on, like, the other side of town. And then we can also continue with some low density in here. Of like, oh, you should come to our city because of that. But we could also just, I don't know, I like having commercial as the forefront to our city of why people see they should come in. Excuse me, I'm gonna cough. Oh, I see 3 concurrent viewers. Let's go. So that takes care of that for our industrial need. Again, I would love to just be able to focus on services. But who knows when that day might come for us where we can just focus on services. So this backup isn't the best, but I'm not exactly sure how to take care of it. And I think we have no immediate fires to put out, it looks like, which is nice. So I'm gonna let us sit in that for a minute. and just be able to enjoy not having to panic and be able to get up some more money. And maybe that actually might just take us to whatever the next level is. Because I know that that area is not good with traffic. Shh, I know. And also just to get up our money some, because I feel like we're spending and then we don't have any, we're spending and we don't have any, we have to like wait. So I think just trying to like sit for a minute and get the money up is like a good choice, because I don't see any, like, our needs down here, none are high demand right now. And so we could actually just work on the bus stops, like I was trying to. Guess what? Okay, actually, you know, that saving up was good, because now we can finally empty this landfill and we can get incineration plants, which now we don't have enough money for. But let's get 4 incineration plants in this area, and then we will empty this landfill there. So we need to get more money, because I don't want to send them across town to incinerate their garbage. I want them to just be able to incinerate it here. I feel like that is the best use of our money. So maybe now that we're actually working on that, we can empty to another facility. There are multiple problems here. The building is emptying. Okay, now that's the only, I guess, problem. Or I think it's more less problem and more just status condition. Someone is not getting water. Up here is not getting water. Let's figure out why. Okay, it's because I remember to do some pipes, but not enough pipes. Got it. That works out. Thank you for the notification. So that should be taken care of and should be going away pretty soon. Yep, it's going. Everyone else has clean water. I was worried that I had somehow messed up the water again, because that terrifies me. And I do want to check. So we're at Grand City and we have a solar power plant now. So one thing to know is that basically this is funding our entire city down here, and this is funding our city up here. So we have the solar power plant, which is great, because these are our coal power plants in the middle of our like nice farming district. So how much? We don't have, the solar power plant is also a little bit too big. So we would have to delete some roads, which isn't ideal. So we'll have to figure that out. We actually have money. Do we have any more needs that we need to take care of? I don't think so. I think we have all our responsibilities done. So we just have Capital City to work on. So we got so we're working on Capital City now. Okay, let's go. So they want us to buy new land, but our demands are low. And so my thing is, what can we buy with services? So let's get some so getting a university, do we even have a singular university, is a great thing. We have 0 university. So I'm thinking that we try to get a university in, would be very helpful. So I'm going to go about here, and I'm going to, if I can hit the bulldoze, I'm going to bulldoze this road and get us a university in here. Right? Or I did a high school. That's a high school. Okay, well, there's no problem with getting in high schools either. It's just I was trying to prioritize something else. We can actually try to put the university in this block. Okay, this is university. And the space says it's already occupied. Okay. I just think we can put the university up here in this little corner that like actually looks kind of empty. That might work. Being able to put the university there. And it does extend pretty far out. Then the next place that we'd want a university is probably where this high school is. But instead I messed it up. So how about we just move the high school? We can move the high school to be like here. But it's already in, because my thing at Summit Drive already, that like row of houses already has one. So maybe actually here. Because I'm thinking, how about we alternate every other row? Might be the best way to do it. And I'll leave this empty for possibly like another bigger lot. Then in Prospect Heights, we will be saving up for the university that we want to put. And like, I'm thinking facing towards Prospect Heights, or maybe we should put it on this road. I'm thinking let's put it on this road. I see that our commercial is going up, and I'm gonna try to do our university because even as our commercial goes up, they keep saying we need educated workers. So being able to get those services in is very important. And I don't want to spend more money on like roads and pipes before we get educated workers. I think that educated workers are going to be very important to the growth of our city. And we have like a perfect spot to put a university that will extend to where the other one like couldn't fully, how do I use words? Couldn't fully cover. I think that would be very, very helpful. And so I'm definitely going to do that. So, the fun thing with me, so actually an idea that I've had with City Skylines, knowing that I also like play The Sims, is that in The Sims 3 there's Create a World. So you can do like you can create your own like trade and stuff. So I was thinking about possibly like getting a City Skyline like one tile world and trying to like build that up to the best that we can have it, and then basically make that world in The Sims and see if we can do that. So that was an idea that I had. I have a lot of series ideas. I'm really upset that we couldn't stream last week to do the Nothing is Free challenge. I'm really excited about starting that as like a stream series, and I will definitely be trying to like continue that as we continue on. I know that I can't do the stream time like constantly. This is mainly just for the month of July, unless something also happens in August where I'm available at this time slot. So I would be trying to find a different availability. So if you would like to like let me know when streams are ideal for you. I know that when I've been streaming like Fridays around like 6 seems to be a good time for multiple people. I'm not sure if this stream slot is like the best. Okay. So now we need to get more commercial. Okay. Okay. We need to get more commercial. But the commercial we have is all just like, we need educated workers, which we were working on. We're working on a highly educated. We got the universities down, thank goodness. And the university here does not have enough electricity. Okay. So another thing is with our I would like to turn down the garbage because I think we have that dealt with. Electricity, we definitely need help with. So let me think. Because really the whole electricity that's funding this whole section is just these power turbines. Which is not a lot. So for right now, let's just turn up the electricity all the way. And actually, let's see if maybe the reason why it's not getting electricity is because it's by itself. So if I get the power lines and connect it, then that should fix the issue. Because we can look at our energy availability and it looks pretty good. Like, I would love to be able to turn down our costs there, not have to like overproduce. It seems like that, yeah, we just needed to connect it. So that works out. Okay, we definitely need more commercial. So there's the question of where can we put commercial? And we also need more residential, it looks like. So we can actually buy more land. So I'm trying to think where, because I want to try to diversify where our land is. Like, this is a very big singular neighborhood, right? So rather than like continuing this way, I would like to try to go somewhere else. You know, if it'll let me like turn and view my city better so I can see like the connections. Because another thing, so let's look at our natural resources. Okay, so we have Holly Square, but I'm also thinking that we can possibly create a like intersection-ish thing here and create another kind of like main area. We do have some terrain here, which isn't ideal, but I think that's okay. Because I'm thinking that if we could like, if we could connect, that could be helpful. So we have this land already. So let's try to do something with it. So okay, so my idea is that we go ahead and we go to our roads and we go to intersections and we can get a three-way intersection here. We can either put it here or we can put it like here. So I'm thinking that we put it on the edges out here. So like in this kind of area. It could also be that the slope might be too steep, which is something to be worried about. Yeah, it says that the slope is too steep. So we can't get this in. Okay. So let me rebuild the roads that I just deleted. They're one way. I would like a one-way road, please. Oh, or actually, these are highways. Highways, one way, and it's a three-way highway. So we can get that back in. And pretend I didn't mess it up. So we can't do it there because the slope. But we can try to put it here. So I'm thinking, let's actually... Great! Can I get a refund if I delete this, please? Because I did not mean to put it there. God, I'm so smart. We're just gonna delete this whole thing. I'm so smart. Do I get a... Please tell me I get a full refund for that. I don't. Okay. So let's get the money up a little bit higher more. And then let's try to go to get this in. So I'm going to delete that amount. It's going to be in the middle. We're going to go here. We turn it. We have to delete some more of the road. So we can do that. I think just that much. Okay, we do need to delete more, unfortunately, which sucks. But we can put it like that. And then we just get our highway roads out. And we can connect. And we have another way into our city, which is great. So, yeah. Because of that, I'm also thinking we might want to put a way into our city, like here-ish. I don't know. I don't know exactly. But this is still going to be kind of like our main thing because it takes you to a residential, but this is also going to have a residential. Because what I'm thinking is that we just go straight up and connect these immediately. And actually that won't work. I'm so sorry. We go like that to create a little V. And then we have our connection like straight. I'm thinking that's how we do it. Which means we'll have this like on an angle. So we can do that. And let's start getting more money. Oh, this actually is a 62 and that works better. So let's get a refund for that. And we can go to a guy. Okay, 65 and 62 is what the roads are going to be for that. That's fine. And we can go ahead and create commercial. We already have more money, so maybe we can actually go ahead and put down this. Perfect. And we can start by putting some high definition commercial. Which this is all high definition commercial. High definition. Great. I'm so good at speaking. High density. We can also continue to pull back, to pull out. And a problem is that we don't have water. So we need to get water. I'm just gonna connect this up right away and then continue down the street. And then we can get the connections looking better as we have more time. So I'm gonna do all that commercial just to start with. So that means we can get that done. And then I'm thinking, let's try to build out. And let's try, it's pretty flat. So maybe... So I'm thinking we can kind of actually do an extension like that, which is kind of cool. And we need to get those, we need to get power. Okay. We need to get power. So what can I already connect? Really, we shouldn't be connecting more. We should actually be buying. So, I'm trying to think. We could... I don't know exactly what we should do here because we definitely need to get more. We definitely need to get more. We need to get all of our needs are high, and we need to get power. So the priority is getting the power because that's what we need to make it work. So maybe we just do this as a cheat and do that to start getting the power as we continue trying to like landscape out. So yeah. And I don't like what I just did there. So I am going to delete it. But we do need to get these blocks in. So how long do we want the blocks to be is a great question. I see that. I'm thinking maybe 300. Right? And let's get what we deleted redistricted and dealt with. And then for the length, we're just doing 200, which it seems that we have breaks all along that we can follow, or we can just do it like this to follow through. I'm thinking having one built will be extremely helpful in our terms of figuring out our city. If we just have one street already figured out, then we should be able to continue lines down for the rest, you know? And so we just gotta continue this road. I'm interested to see how I'll figure out how to connect it to this situation here. Because my brain says to just connect like that and then put a split in the middle, right? And then we just continue from there. Because technically another idea that we could do is try to like connect there and have it connect that way. And we could also do like a connection there. We could do that. And I do kind of like that a little bit more. So that would connect our pipes in a much more ideal fashion than the hijinks we have going on currently. So, and it is close enough that we can actually get a refund for it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get a more ideal pipe layout. It's not going to be like perfect, but that's fine. Just a more ideal pipe layout is great. That means everything there is ready to be district. So let's pull out our natural resources, see where they go to, and we can get our industrial in. I'm thinking, well, we should actually try to get another power plant in, I think. Okay. So I'm gonna go up to here. I'm actually gonna go up to here and have this fully district as industrial. And then we have the money, because districting doesn't cost anything, to go ahead and put another power plant. So I'm going to use that to our advantage. And then I'm thinking we're going to put a little neighborhood in here, which is going to be close to the highway. They're probably not going to love that. but it will be okay because it'll just work out. I'll just work out. So yeah. And that creates another way into our city, which I am very excited about. We're having issues with abandonment and not having educated workers, but we're trying to take care of our needs first, the needs of the city first, which I'm okay with prioritizing. So we'll do another 300. And that's actually a good point of we should probably prep these to also go out before they build more. So I'm going to try to do that. But this looks pretty okay to me. We're just trying. It would be great to be able to stop worrying about population or something, but and our needs, and just work on servicing, but we cannot do that, unfortunately. So let's get all this into commercial. Let's ideally get our industrial expanding to these neighborhoods. So if I just keep it at 90 degrees and pull it down to like there, for example, let's just do that. And then we can work on doing the split. So we can have a split there, and then we can have that connect up, right? I'm fine with that. Then we can pull another 90 degrees out and work on taking this down, and we can connect it that way. And we just possibly lost our electricity. We need to put that back in. I'm gonna put it like here though. So that means we can continue just doing our building however we want. I think that's probably the best way for us to do it. So this should take care of our industry need once we're all done with it. And hopefully our industry need will never grow again. You know, that would be great. And we do have the notification that the trash is piling up. You know, I would like this little burb if it was just like a little notification of like everything that's wrong in our city. Like that would be helpful. But instead it's not, and it's just people telling us also that their vacation's been extended. So can you look after their house and not break into it, please? Totally don't break into it. I'm just like, okay. Like that's not as useful information for me to have. But I appreciate that you're trying to build immersion. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue constructing there. So that will cover most of our places. Then I think we have to go down for every single one. So I'm going to go down like that and connect to this pipe there. Okay, so now pretty much everything is taken care of except our need for residential. So at this point, then we can focus on this area, which will be greatly helpful. So let's just extend the row out. Let's just do the cost of 1,000 because we don't have all the money in the world. And then we have to build around what I'm thinking possibly could be a park here, But it could just be some, like, we could just do some strange, like, road. You know? I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that yet. If you're viewing this and you have any suggestions, let me know in the chat. I would greatly appreciate it. That road's a little bit too long. We did a little bit longer than I meant to. It's literally one cell bigger, but apparently that stresses me out too much. I don't like it being slightly bigger. So, yeah. We have this. Technically, we would need to grow this out a little bit more so we can delete, extend, and go like that. So for our commercial here, what I'm thinking is we do a little split like so into lower and lower, and then I'm thinking we go full high density here. Of these is like close to the main city. We need that full density. And then we can just continue our pipes, which is super important. So I'm going to turn around so we can continue the pipe from up here. Right? And we should be able to get some needs. We should be able to get some civilians and residential in. So for roads, I'm thinking of taking here, going like, I'm trying to curve the opposite way. So I'm thinking we go here, we take here, or we go here, we like take up to there possibly. I want to be able to get this curve going around the mountain and like respecting the topography and just be like, look at the mountain more. But that's not working for me. Which is frustrating. So that actually might be a point of maybe we just put a road there. Of we get like a straight road, put it like that. And then we get like this. Maybe we get a connection like that. And then we continue, we like go kind of like that. I'm okay with that for respecting the topography. Though I would like to be able to get it a little bit smoother. I'm okay with that. I would prefer it a different way, but it's fine the way it is. So we can go ahead and get some roads in there. And I'm thinking that I would like this to continue to, maybe we actually put this to be like lower, the low density housing, right? That might be fun. That might just be fun. As we try to, you know, just get more building out. So we are doing okay with our needs. I'm thinking we still have to expand. I don't know. Because my thought is our residential went down pretty fast after just this area, but we still obviously need more. I'm thinking maybe we just take a little bit of a break and save along with hydrating. Very important. It saves so fast. It saves so fast. It drives me insane. And yeah. This is so damn big. Okay. It's so stressful. What are we... So we're a little bit of ways from the next milestone. But we seem to be on progress because our city does keep growing. So let's, oh, actually see in here. Let's go here. We can possibly create some more, more high density. Or actually, I see that originally being, okay. I'm thinking we do high density all in here, and we have this to be kind of like a little commercial row, because like against from the university, I would think that there's definitely like it's a good spot to build as a business. You know, I would like college students love spending money. Let's be very honest. So let's check out our needs and see it as our city grows. We actually hit $100,000, which is great. Would love to have significantly more money than that. One thing that we should possibly be concerned about is our electricity. It says it's good. I would love to be able to switch to solar. We also have not enough educated workers, so we can definitely work on getting our services. I think I just need to like take a minute, honestly. We have been working hard, okay? It's been feeling like we're about to fall into disaster, but we have avoided it successfully time and time again, okay? So let's just have our city keep growing a little bit. So, yeah, it's looking really good. We have 2 entrances, which is great. We are on our way to Colossal City, after Colossal, Metropolis, and then Megalopolis. So we're damn close to being there. We just need 4 more achievements. So how many achievements have we done? We've done Grand City, Big City, Small City, Big Town, Busy Town, and Boom Town, and Tiny Town, and Worthy Village, and Little Hamlet. So we've accomplished 9 already. And just I don't remember what we started on. I think we started on like Grander Big City. Yeah, we started on Small City. So we definitely have been able to unlock a lot. Okay, so we're getting notifications about not enough educated workers and how that's a big damn deal. So let's go into our education. We definitely need to get an elementary school. I'm thinking in this block would be good. Elementary school, goddammit. And then an elementary school in here would also be great. Let's put it across from the high school. That's gonna cause horrible congestion, but yeah, it's congestion. I'm right. So every row seems to have an elementary school. We could possibly go up to more, but I'm interested in more high schools. I'm going to exit out this row and get us a high school centered on this, which would be great. Let's get another high school because we definitely need another one. I'm thinking maybe up here by the university could use one. So we can definitely maybe bulldoze this and get another high school to be constructed on like this road. So our capacity has definitely gone up. And it seems like we're pretty good. University, we have a super high capacity. We don't have any libraries. Let's get some libraries in here. So we can put one across the street from the university. I think that would be great. Then we can put some again across the street from the other university. that would be cool. We have an elementary school and a high school here. So maybe we put one in between. Closer to... Let's do it that way. I like it that way. Then maybe another public library there, and we need some public libraries in this area. And we don't have enough money because I've just been kind of spending. Let's put a public library there once we have enough money. I think that'll be very helpful to get our education up. We've been pretty good with medical centers too, which is great. But I think just having the education will be very helpful. Because the main notification I'm getting is not enough educated workers. So that's what I'm worried about. Okay, we're getting some notifications about not necessarily having enough water. So I want to go ahead and move this to be like here. I want this to make sure it's pumping. Okay. And then I want to extend our line out here and get some more pumping stations, which I think will be very helpful. So we're getting... So this is working pretty well. We're getting a note of needing more commercial. So let's look at our natural resources. I'm thinking possibly we could put commercial along this area here if we can go ahead and build out the road. So the road that we would normally build out would be 300. And then I'm trying to think how we would like it to work necessarily. Because we could also do a little bit more like 100 and first and foremost, we could technically put some in here. So let's do that. And let's make sure we connect our electricities via that route. Then since we are going to be doing that, let's also just make sure our electricities are good with another plant, just to get that money up. I think will be very important. We're working on getting the education up, which should reduce our abandonment. And we had like plus 400 growth, but now we've kind of decreased our growth, which isn't great. But let's work on getting some money up. Let's work on making sure this is all connected before we delete these power lines, because that power line deletion could be a great detriment, because we don't want everything over on the left side of the screen just to completely lose electricity. That would be very bad and very stressful. Oh, okay. I got a first time chat. That is us. That is a scam. That is a scam, I fear. So yeah, best viewers are on streamview.net. Remove the space. Okay. Well, I don't know how to. So that's something I'm going to have to look into. I don't know how to moderate because I just have pin and reply, and that is my only options for this chat. Not great. So let's check out the electricity connection. It looks like we have it. So we can actually get rid of this connection. And that's great. We can go to our district and make sure we can definitely put it fully in there. And now let's figure out our road system. So, because I don't want a like gigantic great curve that doesn't, I don't love the appearance of that. I would more love like a straight line that connects. But we could also do like so let's do a line of 200 there and see how that connects. I'm okay with that. Then we continue with 90 up to there. So I like that. And we have crime rate is high. Oh no. So let's build out some neighborhood here. And on not the main road, but a collector, let's go ahead and I could actually put a police headquarters. Let's put a police headquarters up through here. And we should also probably put a fire station, because that seems like will be the next concern to me. So fire station is fire station versus a firehouse. Let's do a firehouse, I guess, because we can actually like afford that. And now let's continue these rows down. And we can go ahead, and I'm okay with that just being the mess it is. Let's put some the commercial that we need in there. I'm gonna put it as low density though. I think that that's fine to start with, because we don't want to be too much higher than the surrounding industry. And with the firehouse and the police, we can also have that surrounded by high density, because that will hopefully take care of our crime rate being high, that police station. So yeah. It's not going away yet. We also do have garbage piling up. So this should be able to provide for this part of the city, one would think. But we actually have enough money that we could do some more incinerators in this area here. Oh, I accidentally placed one where I didn't mean to. Oopsies. We can have industry there. And it looks like we're having problems possibly with our death care that I was seeing in the notifications. But I don't see where. Go here and we can go to death care. So this place is definitely not having enough. I'm currently worried about their crime rate. And we have 2 full landfills. Okay. So then we can't get any incinerators in there, which is a problem. So it makes sense why trash is piling up. Maybe we can put some incinerators near the bus depot, because we desperately need more incinerators for now. So might as well just have these start emptying too, because they're full no matter what we do. The crime rate is still not going down necessarily, which is not great. But I think we just need to sit for a minute and let our city expand so we can get some more money. Yes, well, we know there's garbage piling up. We're trying to take care of it with incinerators, but it's not happening for us whatsoever. And I see up here we're having issues with what? Okay, it's gone away. The issue has gone away. That's good. I was worried about because it looks like it was sewage. So at our water, we can definitely increase our sewage treatment by getting another little guy in there. Another little guy. And we can actually afford a whole nother one. So, see if we can just get it connected to the line. Yes, we can. So we have our sewage treatments that are being dealt with. It's all going good. Hopefully sewage is backing up. And now it's all going away because, okay, we caught it. We caught it when it was early, which was great. And our sewage is going around the tip. Oh. I hope you don't mind my pollution, dear ocean. Island. 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 Can I buy island? Island. Island. Okay, we'll have to try to buy island eventually. We also have this. I don't know what that is. But I'm very excited about island. Very excited about island. Because, like, who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be excited about island? So, let's just keep growing. We just need to get up money. Obviously, we need to do more services. But I think money is the most crucial thing right now. So, yeah. And it says someone where are we having the deaf care issue? It seems like we could use a deaf care possibly like around here. So let's just get that taken care of. And then we do technically have cemeteries, but I haven't been able to put those in. We don't have the money for it right now either. Which is frustrating. So yeah, let's keep getting our population up. Let's see if there's any real pressing worries. It says the crime rate is high. But my thing is I shouldn't be worried about the crime rate because I just put a whole, like, this is a firehouse and this is a fire station. Well, that explains it. I didn't put down the right thing. That's why the crime rate isn't going down. Let's move the firehouse to... I'm gonna move it to, this area here. And then, hopefully, a police station will fit in the resounding area, and we can district that little bit to be that. Nope, I districted it wrong. That's yellow. We don't want it to be yellow. I thought I clicked on blue. I apparently did not click on blue. Okay. So that should hopefully help with the crime rate and have it actually go down now. Because I swear I put it in the file. That is a police station. I am correct. That is a police station. I did do it correctly. So, and we have a dead person waiting for transport, which is not great. I didn't see commercial. Okay. Let's. Is our deaf care even anywhere near it? No, it is not. And we have 2 up here. So we desperately need to get deaf care. So I'm thinking we'll just go ahead and plop down deaf care. Because honestly, we just need to have it plopped down and dealt with in here. And so I'm okay with that. And we have our garbage piled up. We have money for more incinerators. So we'll just put them close to We'll put 2 more close to the bus depot once we have enough money. And our garbage processing status should be good. So again, is it just an issue of our roads? I'm not sure. We will figure it out. But what matters is that we are working on it slowly but surely. And our commercial need is greatly rising again. Hopefully the garbage will deal with being piled up. Why not extend out our commercial this a ways? Why not? So we can do 300, and then we can just take it down the 90%. And we just connect it fully at a 90 there, which works for me. Then we can do another $300, take it down again 90, and that works. So let's create some little guidelines there then for our roads and take them down so we can also get the pipes, which is going to be very, very crucial. And our residential is also still good, so that is great news. I swear, if I get a little notification that they're mad about me for building a road, it's like, I'm so sorry you're mad at me for trying to expand our city. I didn't know that was controversial. So we get into the wackadoo territory, which I kind of like doing like that. Believe it or not. I'm okay with this. I think we should have a dividing road, there. So then I think this should be a high density all the way again, because we have that buffer of low density for the, to just like fit with the industry. And then the immediate thing as they start building is to get some damn pipes down. That is going to be absolutely crucial right now. And then we need one here along this road, which we can connect perfectly both ways. Why not? But this little gap here, so we definitely need to get this road. So that should take care of things. And I have not enough water. So then we can definitely... So I'm going to switch this to be here, to be able to put down more along this area and be able to put down our water pumping. I'm going to put down as many as we can afford right now. So that should be pretty good. We have that these are emptying. That hopefully will be good for our incinerators. We still have not enough water. We just reached Capital City. That's great. So the issue wasn't necessarily we weren't getting enough water, but that our pipes just weren't connecting to this. So let's go ahead and get our pipes in there, because it's the not enough water just because they aren't getting any water at all. And I would love to be able to connect this. Got that. So, and we have another great need for residential, which is why we expanded out this way. And so I'm gonna take a sip of water, hydrate or dehydrate, right? And let's do a quick save since we just hit that milestone. I think that's also important. And let's build out some more residential. Let's do 300. Whole, oh god, there's too many guidelines. Ah, okay. In a 90-degree fashion, ideally. And let's get some residential down. We could, I probably am going to do a row of commercial, just up where we first start. But I think that will be okay. So let's get our districting. So we can do a little bit of commercial there. I don't want it to be high. My apologies. Let's have it be that low amount. And then we can go for some high density housing. And we can also go ahead and continue that this way. Kind of-ish. I'm not exactly sure. It's a little bit confusing to me. But we do definitely need to get more residential down. So why not just do that? Because it looks horrific. Well, it'll be covered with houses, so who cares? We definitely need to get the housing in there. Because if we don't... Okay, the need is slowly going down. But then our next need is for industry. We need more industry. So... I'm thinking we can expand our industry out here. I'm thinking that might be a good solution to our issues that we are coming up with our lack of industry. It's not too high of an industry need, which is nice, but it's like high enough that I am worried about it. You know? So I think that should be good because I would like to be able to put a railroad in there, which actually might have enough money for me to try to do. This would be my first like train. So we put the building along roadside. Got it. The next thing we do is we have the track. It seems like we connect the track. I hit the wrong button. And we connect the track like that. So means we can actually have trains. And so that means we did this pretty damn big. I'm thinking actually we can move to be more like there, which everyone's going to be fine with. Go to our transportation, and we can get our track. Oh, apparently railroads need to be curved. Okay, well that's mean. I would like the road to be straight. Like, how dare you? So let's... Or actually, do we only need one side connected? Because we could just have one side connected like that. But then can they turn around once they get here? That's my thing. I don't know. So maybe we just move a little bit. So we're able to get the train out. And then we do a little bit to get the train in. So then we have the train station. We also have the train cargo terminal. we need water. I forgot to do water for these areas. My sins, my apologies. So water should be taken care of for that. Now, we still need more industry. What is our next goal? We just hit Capital City. So we have Colossal City at 42. All right, so we're 10,000 away. Okay. Cool. And then we'll get the harbor stuff. Which we, still haven't necessarily hidden the water yet. Probably because I'm a little nervous about it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking I'm just gonna let it grow for a little bit. I'm out of my first water, but guess who knows how to prep? Me. I have 2 waters. So, yeah. They're still mad at me for my bad traffic choices, but they're gonna have to deal with it. And we do need to get water for this area. So let's take down here and get the water connected. Ooh, what is this building? Oh, okay, because it's on such an angle, it looks like it was tilting from this perspective, but it's not. It's fine. Okay, cool. Let's just grow a little bit. So that means in 2 weeks I have to come back to complete catastrophe. Because I would like us to have some more money. And I'm not exactly sure where to put the industrial need. We could buy another piece of land, but I'm not exactly sure what pieces of land would have the best choice. In theory, we could go ahead and buy this piece of land and get the ore, possibly. That could be a good choice for us to be able to get that industry up and running. Because if we check our natural resources, it has some ore here. We also have some ore back here. So we can easily decide what we'd like to do. And then we are, the only thing that we don't have, then after we have that, we just don't have oil, which I see. Where could we get some oil? I keep like seeing, oh, okay. So if I can turn properly, it looks like we have some oil over there that we could get, which would definitely be helpful. So yeah, some oil there and possibly oil there, which would help with our natural resources. Because if we could have everything ourselves, that would be great. Okay. Also, I have no clue how the train works. So I got the train in. But I have a feeling that the train doesn't just go like this. I feel like the train is supposed to like connect to our city. So I'll have to watch a tutorial possibly on how that works. We'll see. And you guys, I would love to if you would let me know if you are actually interested in having that one tile idea. Okay, so I see some abandonment. I don't know why it was abandoned. Is it because of the lack? It appears to be houses, and it's probably due to the lack of educated workers, which we should be dealing with now. And it should be dealt with. So, because our students are getting up there, which is great. And I'm greatly appreciative for it. Because if we did not, that would be an issue. Okay. Oh my goodness, we have over $200,000. We're almost at 300,000, which is amazing. I love that for us. And we're in 2032, which is a year. Remember, we have newly unlocked buildings, harbors. So, and they're saying that trees would be good for reducing noise pollution. So, we definitely need to upgrade our roads because we are mainly just dirt roads. But I'm thinking I might just do that off stream. I'm not positive because I'm not sure that that is the most engaging thing. And okay, so we have a red in there. Hi, I see that you're red and I'm trying to come locate you. It says not enough customers. Have you thought that your store is just not that good because my residential need is low? Have you thought about that? So we're trying to do the bus lanes to deal with that. I'm not sure. They could just go out of business because they don't have enough. Excuse me, I'm yawning. They don't have enough like demand for that company. So yeah. But it's going, our city is going really well. I'm really proud of it. And oh my goodness, we actually have enough money that when we come back next time, we should be able to do things. And so how many, so we just have Colossal, the Metropolis, and then Megapolis. So we should, in theory, possibly be able to finish this next week. I think our initial population when I started this stream was about, I know what we were going to unlock actually. So we were going to unlock this. So we have doubled our population in just this stream alone. So that means in this stream alone, we accomplished big city, grand city, capital city. So hopefully next stream we'll accomplish colossal city, metropolis, and megapolis, which would be doubling our population again, which is a lot. Okay. So yeah. Let's just keep our growth going. We have 17 more minutes of the stream because I do have to go at 2. Also, I will say my, like, it's not necessarily my voice is wearing out, but it's like being tired, if that makes sense. You know? I'm really happy with the progress that we've made. I think that's really good. I think we've done a lot of work. So, yeah. And we like expanded our bridges, we went all this way, we doubled our population, we have definitely doubled our income. I love that. And so we are doing great. I'm not sure where the industry should go, I will be honest. Maybe I'm trying to decide, but I really have no clue. I really have no clue. Excuse me, I'm gonna cough. I am, I still have, my human body still requires things, which I just think is like so rude. Like, why do that to me? Why do that to me? Goodness. And we definitely need to increase our districts, and we can definitely draw those. But we are doing pretty great. I just want to have money for once and not have to worry about things, not have to worry about needs. I will say it's a very good thing with City Skylines how sometimes you can just idle, especially like if you just wanted to go in the background while you work on another task, which can be very nice. I like the names that they have. It's very nice that they pop up names sometimes for like when they're doing specific citizens. Like we have Annabelle, we have Piper, Aspen, Tony, Gravis, Travis, Elizabeth, Robert. Like everyone has a name, which is interesting. I'm wondering if I could find like Edward Masson. Oh my god, you can literally zoom to that person. So like Amanda Peters is in a car right now. Dave Smithson is in the Primrose residence. Okay. Thomas Clark is waiting for the bus. Oh, our buses are not doing well. Oh no. There's a dog. I clicked on dog. Where was dog? Dog! That's adorable. That's adorable. I love that. Yeah, this is a lot. Yeah, we definitely need more bike lines for the people that are using it. A dog. That's that's amazing. I love dog. Oh, someone has a pool in their backyard. Nice. Nice. Okay. But our city construction is going very well. We do have to possibly get past the train line. Is there any resources past the train line? Natural resources, there don't really appear to be any like big ones. Parks and leisure, we definitely could work on. Okay, so the not enough customers that I was ignoring is causing some places to go out of business, and our residential is high enough, so we can definitely go ahead and work on building up some more industrial, more commercial. Words are hard, okay? In my defense, words are like really hard. I want to build like over this hill though? It's fine. We can build over the hill. We don't need to we don't need to worry about it. Because we just need to get the houses down and in and just not worry about it, I think. So, yeah. 300 there. So let's get this all built in with housing and notably have it be piped, because that's the thing that I forget. Not notably, since everything specifically needs to have pipes. It needs to have water pipes. It's just that I forget. So unless I say it, I will not remember, which is an issue. We need to make sure everyone has access to water. It's a basic human right. You know? So, yeah. It is interesting, like, working on city skylines and, like, the idea of campaign and, like, managing towns. Because I'm actually going to be working on advertising someone for like they're a public servant in my county, and so helping them continue to have their job because they didn't really have to like it's a whole situation. They didn't really have to run before, but now someone else is running, and so it's a bipartisan, which is really cool that a lot of that we can work together on making sure that our county is taken care of. I think that's important. So I'm excited to be working on that, but I'm also kind of stressed because I already have my full-time job and I have YouTube, and I want to make sure that I can do all that. But it would be really helpful for the money and everything. So I do definitely want to try to figure out how to manage my time. If you have any advice on how to manage time and everything, I would greatly appreciate it, especially for neurodivergent people, as I am, because it's a lot of work. So we have done our districting for our residential. We're just putting a lot in. We could technically like de-district some and put in some like commercial, I think. I think that would be okay and honestly kind of ideal, because we definitely need to have some of that. I keep on doing it when clicking. We also don't have any offices yet, I don't believe. which isn't good. We definitely need to get some offices in. We are building around this mountain, so we could definitely get the ore back here and put another industrial there. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the not enough customers, which should hopefully be being taken care of, because we just built a bunch of houses. So, you know, one would think that it'd be fine. But I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to put on speed just to see how that affects it, and if we keep getting more abandonment. Because I'm not exactly sure what else we could do to help out with that effect of not having enough customers. Like, you know, I'm just not exactly sure what we can do. So we'll be getting more, because we're building up a residential unit, right? A residential neighborhood right nearby. So it's like, if you can't get people interested in your places, then if you can't get people interested in your business when like you're literally right next door, that's a you thing. Though things do appear to be being abandoned, but I think the one that I was looking at specifically went down. It's definitely being reduced. So yeah, and then I'm thinking that next stream, which for the next stream will be Nothing is Free episode 1, since last week's stream did not work out. But we'll definitely go ahead and we'll continue this the week after. So let me pull up a calendar so I can give you correct dates. So we would be going ahead and doing this on the 26th again. So yeah, I forgot to update my series to make great. What? It's a megapolis, right? Let me check. I went all the way back to Little Hamlet and didn't reset myself, because of course I didn't. It's megapolis. But I guess that tells you what I was filming last time. The last thing that I filmed. I'm trying to I'm trying to have a realistic recording schedule for myself. Because also something that I am working on trying to get up is a possible Patreon. This is actually today exactly is the 5-year anniversary of this YouTube channel, which is really nice. I was thinking about doing recording, going through old videos and reacting to them for this, but I ultimately decided that I don't think I can make that entertaining for long enough, honestly. I'm just kind of I have the games. I'm here for games now, and I really like that. You know, I get to cover a lot of different games that I enjoy playing, you know? Okay, so our abandonment is definitely going up, which is not great. I'll just leave that for me to deal with next time. I only got 5 more minutes. I can't figure out why there's going on a bunch of abandonment, because we do actually have a bunch more money, so we should be able to get a bunch of services in, which will be great. I'm really excited about that. And also fix whatever's going on with our not enough customers. We can also go ahead and just get our transportation working. Figuring out how train stations work properly would be great. If you have any advice for that, please let me know. Right? But I'm really proud of the progress that we've made. We bought another piece of land and we extended out this way. We created another way in and out of our city. So it looks really great. So, yeah. We have to figure out how to get around the rail line. But also, we could just leave it there. But then the problem is we won't get to the island. I see you, island. We also have this little piece of land. So we also try to figure out what to buy. So I don't know. I would kind of like to avoid buying any more land if possible, because we already have such like a big amount. But also, if we need to expand the city for the megapolis, that also like makes sense. You know, that's just something that needs to happen sometimes. Yeah. So I think we did a great job. I don't like that we're polluting the ocean. I don't love that. Uh, but also it's kind of one of those things of something does need to deal with our waste, unfortunately, and we can't process it the best. How is our education coming now? So we definitely need to get more elementary schools, high schools too. University we're still doing decent with. In the public library, we have over half users of the public library. With our healthcare, we definitely could improve that a lot more. Um, I'm not using the commands that I know, which is my fault. Our healthcare looks decent. Our deaf care is okay. Our childcare could be better, and our elder care is pretty decent. Um, so yeah, we're doing pretty okay. Other than the like large amount of abandonment, but I'm ignoring that. We have lots of adults. We're having we're having more births than we are deaths, which is great. Our land value is like pretty high, especially in this area. So we will definitely have to spread it out more because we have much lower. But also sometimes you just do need to have like lower land value in some areas. No, so like people can actually afford to move in. Well, the land value, so I don't know. Because it's like when land costs too much, you can't afford anything. But also, like, you do want the land to be worth something, you know? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I don't know what all the things mean. I know that I would be very grateful if. So, we have advisor help, build roads and zones next to help citizens move in. Grow the city to unlock more services for help. Okay, got it. I'm aware. I'm aware. But our city is coming along swimmingly. You know, especially for all the water that we have. Puns or something. I don't know. All right. I'm sorry for kind of like conking out near the end. I guess I just need to get that stream stamina up. I heard someone refer to it that way. We have almost uh $900,000, which is great. So that will be great to come back to in 2 weeks. Next week will be Nothing is Free, so make sure to check that out. Uh, However, thank you so much for watching the stream. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. A like, a comment, a subscribe, it means so much. Just watching really does so much for me. So I appreciate that to the moon and back. All right, I hope you have a great day and watch out for the Lepacy on Monday. It